Hello and welcome to a new video, and today we are going to create a report, so let's go. So we are going to create our first report, and we are going to go to the report section, of course, and add our first report. To add a report, we need to give it a name, of course, and we are going to call it temperature report monthly. And we are going to select simple CSV report. We also have energy reports, but in this case, of course, it doesn't make sense because we have temperature devices. We can also select the time zone. The time zone is important because the report is going to contain the first column is always the timestamp, and it will be in your local time. So if you don't select this, people will actually receive the report in UTC. And we also can select when we want the report to be sent. These are automatic reports, so it will be sent to a specific receiver at the time that you select. So we are going to say that I want my report to be sent on Mondays at 8 a.m., for example. And you can also see the next executions of your report. It will be sent always on my Central European Standard Time, the one that I selected in here at 8 a.m. and on Mondays. So we can create the report. You can always change the report's name. You can also pause it. So that's what that means. And you can also always change the schedule. So you can always say, I prefer to receive it then on Fridays instead of Mondays, and so on. You can give report receivers, which are people that are going to receive the CSV file via email, and it can be the people that are inside of the workspace, but it can also be external people. So you can always give email addresses that are from people that don't have Datacake accounts, but they will still receive the report via email. And inside of the report, we want to add the 2 MileSite EM300 devices. We don't want to select one of them, but you can also filter devices, and you can say, I only want the one, for example. You can also filter by tags. And now we are going to select the fields that are going to be inside of the report. So in this case, we want a temperature report. So of course, we want to select temperature as the first field that is going to appear in our report. You are going to get the first column is going to be the timestamp, and then you're going to be able to see the temperature. You can also select other values, for example, show the battery and show the device's signal. For example, in this case, we have only temperature on this report, and you also can select a fixed number of decimals. If you don't want the float to be super long, you can shorten it to 2 or 4 decimals, for example, and you can select from and until. In this case, it's important because we said that we want to have a monthly report. You can start of current month, you can select start of month until now, for example. And in this case, you can select the resolution. The resolution can be raw data, which are the raw data points that are coming into the database. But because it's from start of the month until now, we want to be efficient. So we want to actually calculate. We want to have, for example, a ponderation every hour, for example, or every 2 hours. So I'm going to select here and say I want a resolution of 2 hours. The platform will calculate, we use time buckets to store the data. So that's how it's going to be calculated. And you can also select your time zone again for the report to have the correct time zone. You can also change the date format. In this case, we're just going to leave it like that. And now you can also select if you want individual files per device, or if you want a combined file for both devices, or in this case, both devices, or for all of your devices, we want a combined file. Now, don't forget to save, and you can actually run the reports inside of the platform, and you can see them and download them inside of the platform, but you can also receive them via email. So both things are possible. In case that you realize, oh, I cannot find it in my email, you can always get into the platform and download it from there. And now things have been set, and now you can see your report in here. As I mentioned, you can download it, you can open it, and that's the CSV file that you are going to be able to see in here. You have the two devices with their temperature measurements, and as you can see, of course, you have the timestamps. This first device was not producing measurements in this time frame, so that is the reason why it doesn't have anything in here, but this is the time when it started to produce data. And now when you scroll down, you will see the measurements. You can see also, oh, in this time the device did not send anything, and so you wanna basically see, go and check what happened to your device. Maybe there was a gateway down time, or maybe there was a little problem with the device. But these CSV reports don't only allow you to see the data of your devices, but they can also help you monitor how your devices are doing, the health of your devices. You can create a report again to monitor the batteries and the signal that your devices are getting, and that way you can also be able to manage your fleet of devices. So reports are a very useful tool, and I hope that this video was useful and that you could learn how to use and make the most out of your reports inside of your workspace. And I hope to see you in the next video.